This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Tuesday, October 11th.
Well, one person is deceased and a burro killed on the roadway. Witnesses on scene said that the rider of the motorcycle may have been passing a vehicle when he struck a burro on Blagg Road last night.
Yesterday evening, we were dispatched for a report of an injury motor vehicle accident. As crews were responding, we were notified that there was a vehicle, actually a motorcycle versus a burro. And there was also initial reports that there was critical injury sustained by the rider and it was possibly not breathing. As a precautionary measure, we added Mercier 24 on a standby for the assignment. As crews arrived, they did a scene size up and risk assessment. They found no additional scene hazards other than the debris and a deceased burro on the close location. They determined that this person needed to be transported to a local hospital versus the time to go to flight, and it was close proximity, so that patient was taken level 1 with Providence Lights and Sirens to Desert View Hospital, where they were soon pronounced deceased. Mercier 24 was currently fueling up at base 21, and so we were utilizing base 21 as the LZ because it was more prudent to do that. There were other animals in the area. We had observed them as we were arriving, so we didn't want to cause a secondary issue by landing a helicopter. We want to avoid scene hazards, and when we observed other burros and other animals in the immediate area. So by landing a helicopter, it could be potentially dangerous if, in fact, the animals decided to run in fear or be scared. We didn't want that to happen. Number one. Number two, we're in such close proximity to hospital, it was more prudent to take them directly there. That's what we call trauma code. So that is the reason that the Mercier was eliminated from the equation. We needed to get that patient directly to the closest higher level of care. It's my understanding that the investigation is underway by the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Nye County issues a statement in regard to a legal action filed in district court against the county and its clerk, Mark Kampf, who the county is defending. The allegations set forth in the complaint are misleading, without merit, and distort the county and Mr. Kampf's intended course of action with respect to the upcoming general election, according to the county. Overall, the current efforts to discredit the county's electoral processes and malign Mr. Kampf have no legal basis and, in fact, only threaten to suppress the vote in Nye County, according to the county statement. For this reason, the county and Mr. Kampf intend to mount a vigorous legal defense that clarifies the misleading allegations and disposes of the legal action as swiftly as possible. In the meantime, it is critical that all Nye County voters understand that the pending legal action should in no way create any cause for concern nor dissuade anyone from casting a vote. More so than ever before, Nye County voters can rest assured that the electoral process will be fair, transparent, and in accordance with Nevada law. Indeed, the county and Mr. Kampf have complied with all applicable laws and regulations and will ensure that anyone who is eligible and wants to vote will be able to do so in accordance with Nevada law.
And that lawsuit filed against the county and Nye County Clerk Mark Kampf from the ACLU, who said that they are violating the Disabilities Act with the upcoming paper election proposal on the November election ballot. Well, the town of Pahrump is about to make some big changes to the Justin Levitt Memorial Skate Park, which is inside the Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. State grant money is footing half of the cost of the improvement, which includes new lighting and resurfaced skating areas. Brad Francis has the details. And a side note, the town of Pahrump mistakenly filled out the paperwork calling the project the Ian Deutsch Memorial Skate Park. They have been notified, and the paperwork will follow with the correction calling it the Justin Levitt Memorial State Park.
Nye County Commissioners have voted to accept a grant through the Nevada Division of State Parks in the amount of $275,000 to help pay for a major rehabilitation project at Ian Deutsch Memorial Skate Park. To receive that grant money, the town of Pahrump must agree to match that amount. That $275,000 will come from the town's Park and Recreation Capital Improvements Fund. The total cost of the project is $550,000. These types of state grants help to ensure that a sufficient number of quality outdoor recreation resources are available to serve the present and future outdoor recreation demands and needs of the general public. In this case, the grant project will improve public outdoor recreation opportunities by renovating Ian Deutsch Memorial Skate Park. Jimmy Martinez is the Pahrump Building and Grounds Facility Manager.
We are working on the soil samples right now to get them completed so we can find out what's underneath the ground so we know, so we can take the proper steps to prevent this.
This is a project that's going to be pretty good size. There's some issues that are with that skate park already, in regards to all the cracks and so on. There's some issues in regards to the ground, as well as compaction and so on. I guess we'll find it out when you guys do some sampling.
First, it will be we're looking for the lights, and then it would go to the groundwork for concrete and stuff, or by verse, depending on when the lights will be scheduled to come in. On the north side of the skate park, we have some areas that it's really bad cracking. So some of our contractors are recommending that we pull that and restart.
It would be nice because the kids are always complaining. We've had a lot of folks here complaining about that park, so
yes,
nice that we're going to get it taken care of.
Highlights of the project include the installation of 7 40-foot light poles around the half-acre skate park. That will require significant trenching and excavation in which underground electrical conduit will be installed for the lighting. In addition to that new lighting, areas of cracked concrete within the existing skateboarding area will be removed and rebuilt, and the remainder of the concrete will be resurfaced. Another goal is to repaint the skate park surface area. The new lighting and other improvements at Ian Deutsch Memorial Skate Park are scheduled to be completed by June 30th, 2023.
And once again, our apologies that backup agenda item lists this as the Ian Deutsch Memorial Skate Park. And in fact, this is the Justin Levitt Memorial Skate Park inside Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Well, there's good news. The DMV wants to cut many people's wait time in line. New Nevada residents can transfer their out-of-state driver's license or ID and apply for voter registration without an appointment at the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles. DMV's metro offices in Carson City, Henderson, and Las Vegas and Reno will serve new residents as walk-in customers from 8:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday until Election Day on November 8th. Nevadans who hold a valid driver's license ID card or even the interim document issued at the DMV have a number of options for voter registration. The DMV will submit registration data automatically on a daily basis through November 8th. Voters can register, update their license and registration online and register to vote at nv.gov. The Silver State also offers same-day registration, which allows all legal voters with a license or ID to register in person on Election Day and at any time during the 2-week early voting ending on November 4th. New residents who wish to take advantage of the DMV's special hours should come ready to transfer their out-of-state license or ID and their vehicle registration if needed. See the new residents webpage at dmv.nv.gov for details on license and registration requirements. Customers can have vehicle identification number inspections completed in advance without an appointment. Existing Nevada residents who need to update their address can do so online at dmv.nv.gov or by bringing proof of address change to the polls when they vote. They will not be accepted as a walk-in customer. Some 1.8 million residents are already registered to vote here in Nevada. Nearly 74,000 residents have given up up an out-of-state ID since the start of this year. That's an average of around 8,200 people per month. Around 104,000 residents surrendered an ID last year for an average of 8,600 people a month. For more information on who can vote and how, you can look online at the state's website, nvsos.gov.
Well, our officers are on the front lines in the battle against illegal fentanyl use. Since last Friday, Las Vegas Metro says that they have responded to 6 overdose deaths. At least 4 are connected to fentanyl use. Last month, officers rushed in and saved 3 people on the brink of death due to fentanyl. Here is Metro officers in their own words of what they saw and how they did not hesitate to save lives.
What drugs did they take? What drugs? Fentanyl?
I've never seen a scene like this before.
It's definitely chaotic.
Is he breathing?
I was not prepared for this, something that you cannot plan for. It was end of shift towards 6:30 in the morning. A 404, which is an unknown trouble, had broadcast directly across the street from Mandalay Bay.
So I just started heading down that way, rolling lights and sirens.
As I entered the complex, people were flagging me down for room 22. Initially started heading towards 16, deviated to 22, peeked my head in, and there were 2 citizens giving CPR to 2 subjects unresponsive. When I had multiple subjects down, I didn't know if it was a biohazard situation or if it was an actual overdose. When I did get inside room 16, there was a citizen inside there, and she relayed the information saying that these 3 individuals were snorting what they thought to be cocaine, which ended up being fentanyl. Control room Area 37, does anybody have any Narcan they can bring to room 16?
I happen to have some Narcan, so as I arrived, I went and found Officer Clapp.
You haven't had any Narcan? No, I haven't had any yet.
When I first entered the room, it was a female. I went down to her, I saw that she was like faintly breathing, so I went to the other guy, and he was not breathing and he looked like he was losing color in his face. So I administered the Narcan. It felt like forever, but he eventually, like, his eyes popped open and he just went back, and I put him in the recovery position. I wish I had more Narcan on me, because that guy could have definitely used more. When medical got there, they definitely dosed him with, I think, twice more, because that was what saved that guy.
Once he's in our care, I'm determined, or all of us are determined, that we're not going to lose anybody that day.
I know the dangers of fentanyl, but to actually be exposed to it on a first-hand basis was just beyond.
This is why we signed up, is to save lives and make sure everyone's going back to their loved ones every day.
I joined this agency to help those who can't help themselves. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to preserve life. And in that instance, that's exactly what I did. Relied back on my training and experience and just handled business.
All right, an update for those of you looking for discounts on your prescription meds after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, a road rage incident escalates into a 911 call, and one of the drivers ends up behind bars. Brad Francis has more.
Tyler Cagliero has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of attempted burglary of a motor vehicle and 1 count of false imprisonment. Cagliero's arrest comes after Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies respond to a reported fight at Green Valley Grocery on State Route 372 in Pahrump. A store employee called police to report a man had stepped out of his red sedan and began to strike a gray vehicle which he had parked in front of. An Inyo County Sheriff's Office deputy already had 2 men detained when Nye County officers arrived. That deputy told Nye County deputies that he observed one of the men, later identified as Cagliero, going crazy, yelling at the driver of the gray vehicle. The man driving the gray vehicle told officers he works for the Postal Service and was delivering packages nearby when he was nearly struck by a red sedan being driven by Cagliero. After an exchange of words, the man says he tried to leave the area, but he told officers Cagliero followed him. He says he feared for his safety and pulled into Green Valley Grocery to call 911. He went on to say Cagliero pulled his vehicle in front of his, preventing him from leaving the parking parking lot. The victim says Cagliaro then got out and proceeded to kick and punch his vehicle while telling him to get out. He went on to say Cagliaro broke his door handle and left several dents in the bumper and driver's door. When officers spoke with Cagliaro, he told them the other driver cut him off, and Cagliaro tried to confront him. He says that man made a verbal threat, then drove off. Cagliaro says he followed him because of the threat, and deputies say Cagliaro did admit to attempting to get into the other man's vehicle by striking it several times. In the police report, deputies say they observed damage to the victim's vehicle and watched video surveillance from Green Valley Grocery, which corroborated the man's account of what happened. Due to the evidence gathered during the investigation, Cagliaro was placed under arrest and transported to jail.
Well, if you'd like to sign up for prescription medication savings here in the Silver State, we have some info for you. As of September 30th, more than 9,400 Nevadans have enrolled for the digital Array RX prescription discount card announced by Governor Steve Sisolak in late September. Currently, the digital card is accepted at 94% of Nevada's pharmacies, and 11 counties have 100% retail pharmacy participation in that program. And it's intended to save consumers money on their prescriptions. The digital savings card, available to all Nevadans, is a partnership between Oregon, Washington State, and Nevada, originally announced by the governor in his State of the State address. Sisolak said that this card is one more option for Nevadans and is available to everyone. We hope it is a benefit for those who may be uninsured, underinsured, or have a high deductible plan. Nevadans can enroll for the Array RX discount card at ArrayRxCard.com. The program is free for everyone, and each member of the family can enroll for their own unique subscriber ID number. This digital discount card differs from other available prescription savings cards, as there is no cost to consumers to enroll and no transaction or marketing fees for participating pharmacies. Once enrolled online, the card is ready to use at the pharmacy and can be used to save money on any U.S. FDA-approved drug. Savings will vary, but the average savings is 80% for generic drugs and 18% for brand name drugs. For more information or to enroll, go to ArrayRxCard.com or call their customer service number at 1-800-913-4146.
And right now we're going to tell you about our health report, which is October 10th was World Health Awareness Month. And that mental health issue was a big issue during the pandemic, impacting people in many different ways, including those with long hauler symptoms. Brittany Harris spoke with a woman about how her life was turned upside down by the virus and what she's doing now to cope.
At 26 years old, this isn't the life Samantha Leskowitz imagined for herself.
Before all this, I was living my best life, honestly. And when I got sick, it was like a cement truck came at me head on.
Samantha was diagnosed with COVID-19 back in March of 2020 and has been dealing with health issues ever since.
I've been falling frequently. I've been getting like muscle tremors. I'm just dead tired, like I'll end up with fever, still night sweats, chills, like all the same symptoms I had before.
It's been so bad she had to give up her career as a nurse.
I was always wanting to help others and be there for others, and now I can't really do that anymore.
Samantha says all these changes have taken a huge toll on her mental health, which is why she decided to join a virtual support group for COVID long haulers at Cleveland Clinic. It's run by psychologist Dr. Kia Ray Pruitt.
The purpose of the group is really to just provide a space for support so that people don't feel alone. One of the things that we've heard quite a bit from people with long haul COVID is that they often feel isolated.
Samantha says it felt good realizing she isn't alone and hopes one day her life and others will go back to normal.
Hopefully this will just be a little bump in the road, and hopefully we can figure this out.
For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
And Dr. Pruitt says while the support group can be beneficial, it's not a replacement for individualized therapy. Lerner and Rowe weather cam is beautiful out there as usual, and I think Well, we were going to have a little bit of our wild horse cam out there. Dude's out there somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, I always look for him when I'm driving up the hill.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a Taco Tuesday. I'm going to Maria's, but first I'm looking at this weather map and saying, hey, look at Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all within a degree of each other at the low 80s, 81, 82 degrees. Tonopah, 75, cool spot today. 77 in Goldfield, 87 out there in Beatty, and Amargosa, as so often is the case, the hot spot at 90 degrees, with Vegas closely chasing at 89. And out in Death Valley, a scant 102. Burr, here at the Paradise of Provo. Let's take a look. Currently 86 degrees. It was 89 just a little bit earlier. Perfect day. Winds out of the west of 5 miles per hour. Nice. Sunrise this morning at 6:47 was beautiful, and it'll be matched in comparison as sunsets are at 6:13 this evening. We'll look for that low tonight of 59 degrees. Getting a little bit chilly, man. I need to put on a sweater as we head on into the week. What do we see? Sun shining on me. Oh, gorgeous. 3 days of sunshine. Temperatures right around 90. Saturday, cooling off just a little bit. We see a little bit of cloud cover returning, dipping down all the way to 83 on Sunday. Winds pretty flat throughout the week, and the lows at night in the upper 50s. I think we're just about done with pool weather. Oh, how sad it is to see it go. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right. Well, we are still looking for people to join us for that Halloween event. And if anybody would like to do that, it's going to be on Halloween night from 5 until 8 p.m. in the Calvada Eye. Spooka. It's going to be so great. We're all going to be down there handing out candy. And if you want to get involved, you can give us a call. Barbara Thompson, of course, is the person to contact. We have our flyer on our KPVM Facebook page, of course, right there in the middle of Calvada Eye. You can decorate a booth. You could decorate a car. And of course, you can just give us a call here at KPVM TV if you want more information as well, or look at the KPVM Facebook page for more information. Right. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good night.